Welcome to another episode of the Over the Food podcast. This is your co-host Edsel 40 ounce live on the 104.53. This is episode 54. Will my co-host introduce himself?
Hi, my name is Jared Solinger, former Boston Celtics bus, coming live from New York City.
Jesus
Pleasure to be
Christ.
here with you guys. Happy Women History Month to all the beautiful Black women out here. And yeah, we here.
Sorry, guys. That was my dog in the back.
We have a very, very special guest with us today. Our first guest of Women's History Month. We have Ashley Vera.
I'm nervous,
Welcome
y'all. Y'all got me up here. I'm so excited.
Ain't nothing to be nervous about.
Introduce yourself, Ashley.
I don't know if I can compete with you. Let me think. All right, so no, but my name is Ashley Vera. I'm a makeup artist. I'm located like 10 minutes outside of New York City. Born and raised in New Jersey. And yeah, I'm a makeup artist. I'm a content creator. I don't want to call myself a sneakerhead, but I am obsessed with sneakers and fashion and nails and everything. All that girly stuff right under the categories.
You just have exquisite taste.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Even though I hate that term, exquisite taste.
Exquisite taste. Thank you.
Pleasure having you here, Ashley. Just to clear it up, this is me and Edsel first woman like Women History Month episode together. You're actually the first woman to be on the show with us being co-hosts.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean,
the pressure.
I had one of my homegirls from like last year, like when I was recording, she came, but like it was like in the middle of COVID, so it was like who the hell?
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a pleasure having you here. I'm pretty excited and nervous for this episode because I don't know like what we're gonna talk about, honestly. But I'm just happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited. And this is my first, I'm your first woman on the show, but this is my first podcast. I've never been on a podcast before.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I would have thought you like done like
no, never.
Because like you do.
Ashley's used to this. She's lying to you.
No, I really.
She's used to this.
I've never been on a podcast. I've talked in front of like a bunch of people, but I've never been on a podcast. But so I'm excited.
Clubhouse is a podcast.
Technically, it is.
Sort of, kinda. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but yeah. So let's start the show now. Let's get into it.
I guess we're. Go ahead,
Go ahead. I mean, you're more of like
to start off, our show. We would just like to get to know you. You know, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you already told us that you're 10 minutes away from New York. You were born and raised in New Jersey, but just let us know a little bit about yourself. Like, what makes you you? What is it that you do exactly? You know, get into a little more of those details.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this about me, so this will probably be a shock to some, but I actually have like a full-time job. Makeup isn't my full-time job. I actually work for a pharmaceutical company, and I've been there for about going on 9 years. So I've been there for a minute. So I kind of juggle. Excuse me?
I can shout out to your longevity.
Yes, thank you. So I kind of like juggle my 9 to 5 and creating content and doing makeup on my clients. So yeah, it's a lot, but I kind of.
You work pharmaceutical, like in the corporate department, like from home, or do you actually go physically?
Well, because of COVID, we're working from home. I'm usually in my office, so our office is small. Our bigger office is in Germany. So because of COVID, one employee goes in a day. One or two a day. because of COVID. But most of the time I'm working from home. I only go into the office on like Wednesdays, which is kind of helpful for me because in between I can create content while I'm still working at the same time. So it's fun.
Okay.
Okay, that's
How did you even get to that? And so far, was that something that you stumbled upon? Was it something that you actually wanted to do?
was it like a
Okay,
passion?
so I went to Montclair State for psychology.
Okay.
And then once I got out, I was just kind of like confused as to what I really wanted to do. And I ended up meeting someone who was like, hey, I have a job at this pharmaceutical company. You know, you should put in your resume. So I did. And honestly, I just never left. Like, I love working for the company that I work for. So they were like a little family now.
Okay. Dope. Shit. Damn, I almost got caught by surprise, and then I remembered you actually did tell us that at one point.
Yeah, like
that
not
was
a
like
lot of people know that because I don't put it on my page or like my Instagram page or my Twitter or anything. So no one really knows like the back end on what I do. But
it's
I
not
mean,
like people need to know what. It's not like people need to really know what makes you money.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think people need to know like that aspect of it. Like I just like whatever like your other content. I think it's more important than that. Not saying that that's not important.
No, of course.
But I think like your passion is way more important than like.
Yeah, like I like working at my job, but obviously my passion is like creating content and photography and all that other stuff. So yeah.
Oh, yo, she's a this young lady here is a natural.
Thank you, Mom.
So you also brought up that you're a makeup artist. How did that come about? Was that also a passion that you had as a kid? Did it grow along or like?
No, actually, to be honest, I was the biggest tomboy growing up. Like I didn't wear makeup. All I wore was sneakers. I played on a basketball team since I was in the 2nd grade. My mom was actually my basketball coach.
Quick side note: who was your favorite basketball player growing up? Like it could be man or woman.
All right, so I'm gonna start with the women. Growing up, I loved Teresa Weatherspoon, Becky Hammond.
Becky's the greatest New York City basketball player ever.
She's like, I really, really looked up to her. And obviously Lisa Leslie. Who doesn't love Lisa Leslie?
The GOAT.
But yeah, she is. She's the GOAT.
Lisa Leslie's the GOAT.
She's the GOAT. Come on.
Wait till Maya Moore comes back. I swear to God, when Maya Moore comes back, the apology
is over. It's over.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? She hasn't even been in the league for what 3 years, and she's still the best. She's still the best player in the league.
What do you guys think about Sky? What do you guys think about Sky Diggs?
See, Skylar Diggins was supposed to be the one, but then she got injured. She got injured multiple times. She got pregnant, which isn't really a problem.
Yeah,
that's not an issue, you know. That's life. Yeah, but you know, that coupled with the injuries and stuff like that, and then her getting traded from I mean, what was her team before they moved to Dallas? What was that team?
I can't even think right now.
Because that team moved to Dallas.
Didn't she get drafted to like Detroit or something? I'm not too sure.
I don't remember. I just know that her team moved to Dallas.
It was Detroit, like
the Tulsa Shocks, because I remember the Detroit. It was the Detroit Shocks.
Am I bugging, or was she signed under like Rock Nation or something like that?
Yeah, she was.
Still is. She still is for management.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tulsa moved to Dallas, and within a year they traded her to Phoenix.
Oh,
a year into them being in Dallas.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they put a lot of pressure on her. Like they thought she was like, the one.
But she was supposed to be the one.
Yeah.
Hey man, she's a 4-time All-Star. She did something in the league.
Yeah.
True.
My case with Maya Moore is that Maya Moore resume is better than half of the NBA's like resume. Like
her resume is better.
Maya Moore fan.
Yes, I am.
Her resume might be better than anybody who's ever played for the WNBA. We're talking from high school all the way to the pros.
See, you're comparing her to WNBA players. I'm comparing her to
the whole NBA.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Okay.
she has like her resume can stack up with like guys that are in the National Basketball Hall of Fame. Like,
all right, I'm with that.
I'm a big Maya Moore
She's
fan.
won in high school. I believe she won every year she was in UConn. She has 4 championships at this point.
Yeah,
I think it is 4.
She
I just want to let you
I
know.
think she only has 1 MVP.
Maya
She should
Moore,
have more.
Maya Moore has a 71% winning percentage for her career. That's very high. Just think about that. 71%.
Yeah.
So okay, I got it right here. She's a 4-time WNBA champ. She's a 1-time Finals MVP, 1-time MVP, 6-time All-Star, 3-time WNBA All-Star MVP, 5-time All First Team, 2-time All Second, 2-time All Defensive, 1-time steals leader,
Damn.
1-time scoring leader, Rookie of the Year, All Rookie Team, top 20 for 2016, top 20 at 20, FIBA World Championship, 2 EuroLeague Women Championships.
Yeah, that's my goat.
I mean, should I keep
Yeah,
going?
I mean, the list goes on.
But it's something about UConn basketball players, like even like some of the male.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The UConn women basketball team could legitimately beat the Detroit Pistons. Right
so,
now.
Do you guys watch college basketball more than
this year feels like a wash. I'm a Duke fan, so it's a wash. But
Duke sucks this year.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bro, you can't be good for 35
Kansas is
years.
number 17 in the nation.
Are we even? There's no March Madness, is it?
Yeah,
yes, there is.
It is.
Okay.
They can be in the bubble, but
they're not going to. What they're not doing is reseeding. So
yeah, I mean,
they're not going to reseed anybody.
It's good to see teams like Illinois, who hasn't been good for almost like nine years, like make it. Like it's good to see those teams that like Illinois and like Iowa. Like it's cool. I mean, you can't always be
number one.
Yeah. Exactly. It's whatever. I can say I literally saw Duke win at least 4 championships.
So are you a Knicks fan?
No. No.
I'm only
you see that poster back there? You see those posters back there?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even see the posters back there.
See, for me, I grew up in a Laker household. Like my father, who's on the second floor right there, well, on the first floor right now, he's a diehard Laker fan. Like I'm talking about like being a Laker fan since like.
So you had no choice.
Yeah, I was like a Laker fan by affiliate, but like growing up, like basketball, like the individualism of basketball made me draw into basketball. Because as a kid, I wanted to be a tennis player. I know that sounds like very far-fetched, like a black man trying to be a tennis player, but I wanted to be a tennis player because like Andre Agassi and Peter Sampras, like all those guys, they were like cool to me because they got to wear like nice clothes and like nice sneakers and sweat for like 30 minutes and make millions of dollars. So I thought that was like a cool sport to play. And then like basketball, like it was always in my life because of my dad. Like, my dad is big on basketball, like in soccer. So yeah, so like
you flipped it on us. She's interviewing us now.
I mean, hey man, it's not her. Like I always tell people that.
No, I just had a question.
No.
I can't assume that just because you live in New York that you're a Brooklyn Nets fan and a Knicks fan.
No, to be real, it's like it's like the basketball like sports situation in New York is like pretty like weird because like it's people that have been living in New York their whole life that are avid Dallas Cowboys fans, and it's like that's
true.
Like New York,
fan, like New York, it's so common for you to be a Yankees fan, a Rangers fan,
a
Cowboys
long as you like
fan,
one team from home,
and a Knicks fan.
As long as you like
that
one
is
team
true.
From home, so it's like as long as you like one team from home, it's like it's all good to me. Like my dad, I don't really care that much for the Knicks, but hey, if they win a championship, I will go. I mean, hopefully I don't have gray hair before that happens.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You're a Knicks fan?
So we'll flip the question. Yeah, what is your favorite NBA team?
All right. So growing up, my dad was a big Bulls fan. So I mean, I was rocking with him. Like that's why I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Yes, I was a Jordan fan, but I love Scottie Pippen.
Yes, I love Pippen.
That's different.
Yeah,
that's different. I've never heard somebody say they love Scottie Pippen.
And you know, it's so funny. Like that's why I wanted to. I begged for the up tempos.
Did you get them?
Because Scottie would wear them.
Did you
Did you
get
get silver?
the retros this year? I mean, well,
No,
this
I
past year.
didn't. I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't end up getting them. But I remember I was like a big Scotty fan, and I know he wore the up tempo, so I was like, oh, I gotta have those. But
Yeah, I
but
mean,
yeah.
That's dope.
it's
But
okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, I converted as I got older. I was like, all right, my mom is a big Knicks fan. I'm gonna be a Knicks fan.
hey
It was
man.
like I was torn between the two.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
your
rooting for the
mom was
white.
the coach. Your mom was the coach.
Yes,
How
my
good of a
mom.
coach was she? Wait, was this middle school, elementary, middle school, high school? What was this?
Yep. All.
Was
Yeah.
this in? Did she coach in your schools or did she coach a league?
No, so she coached my okay, so actually, you know how in middle school and high school you have like a rec
Hmm.
basketball and then you have a traveling team?
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
She did both.
Oh,
Okay.
So
that's
I
dope.
so I had double practice, had to go home with her and still hear her mouth.
Okay.
And she probably was extra hard. Was your mom extra hard on you?
Was she Phil Jackson or was she Greg Popovich?
Or Flip Saunders? RIP. Like Flip Saunders was very coach.
Okay, so we were undefeated for our traveling team. Like
Okay.
so she was definitely like a Phil Jackson.
Uh,
Mm.
so like when you guys go down by like 7, like she wouldn't call a timeout. She would just like hope you guys figure it out.
Yep,
Because
figure it out.
I actually like coaches like that. Yo, I hate when like a team would go on us.
She would be like, take the foul. They can't shoot the free throw.
I hate when teams go on like a 12-2 run and then like you just call a timeout. Like, bro, it's basketball. It's gonna be swing of momentum. Like, obviously, I've been playing this.
Calling a timeout is a momentum swing, though.
Nah, because sometimes you come right back out that timeout and you still get cooked.
It's
No,
still a
but you-
momentum swing regardless.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Hey,
what was your position from 1 through 5? What was your position?
Okay, so I played point guard and I played forward. But the funny thing is, well, as I got older, obviously. The funny thing is, I actually ended up going back and coaching when I got older for my team.
Ooh.
I'm from Fort Lee, New Jersey. I don't know if you guys know where that is. It's literally
Yeah.
like right over
Right across the water.
yeah, right across the water. So I coached for about 3 years and I understood what my mom was going through. Like coaching is not easy at all.
Yeah, coaching definitely don't look easy, but like when you win, like that erase like all
No,
that.
the winning is great, but it's like you feel like you want to go out there
Yeah,
and I'm like, did she
Play
hear what
for
I
them.
said? Huh?
You want to go out there and play for them instead because they're not doing it right.
Exactly.
and I know
exactly how it
sometimes that
was.
you get upset like when they don't switch off the pick or like come up on like the high or like come up on the pin down. It's like, yo, if I was on this court right now, I obviously would have did that. So yeah, I understand.
Or they
Coaching is
forget the plays. They forget the plays once they go out there. Like, what are you doing?
I think also like some people just feel like they already like sometimes they already know what's going on. So like if they do mess up, they just feel like, yo, I'm gonna get it the next time. And I remember I played ball. I hated my coach because he used to scream at me every time. like say like I can score like I played like in a tournament for Rockaway. I could probably score like 16 points. And he would just he's like, oh, you messed up 3 times on the switch. And like I just used to look at him like, yo, we won by 20 points. Like,
But
why does that matter? But
because you fucked up on the switch.
Edsel.
Because you fucked up on the switch.
I know, Edsel, but it's part of it's not I'm not
on the switch.
Not everybody could be LeBron and remember every single play. Like it's gonna be like
Fucked up on the switch.
Yeah, Edsel, you wanna play ball, bro?
We can play ball, bro. We can play ball. But you know, Ashley does a very interesting thing that this is probably the first time I've ever seen somebody do this.
What is it?
She does these things with her nails and her shoes, and it's super dope.
Oh,
so whenever it's a very dope release, she makes sure that she gets her hands looking nice and purty. Man, listen.
Beyonce can never.
No,
I don't know.
I love B.
Not Bay.
Solange
You're
could
gonna
never.
have the beehive
I'm a-
after me.
Solange
I'm
could
just gonna
never.
stop talking. I'm just gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna show y'all real quick.
Taraji P could never.
I love Taraji too.
Okay, you see right here we have the very anticipated and very controversial silver toe ones. And as you see, she has a nails
Very
to
underrated.
match.
Very underrated colorway, and also shout out to all the homies at SNS that let women get that shoe first.
That's a
Yeah, that
fact.
was dope. That was dope.
Next up, we have the outfit she put together with her silver toes.
Yes.
See with the socks.
Yes.
See with the coat.
Yes.
Yo, so do you put your phone on a tripod?
Yeah, so I put my phone on a tripod, and I have like one of those like little remotes.
Mm-hmm.
So I take all my pictures myself. The only thing that I get help for is my nail pictures because I like to have both hands in the
Mm-hmm.
picture. But other than that, I just take them myself.
You
Do
see the
you
detail
edit
on
them
this
or do you
outfit?
just like,
I
go ahead,
edit them on believe it or not, I know people use so many apps and stuff. I just use the editing that's actually comes with the iPhone. Like I take these pictures with my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just use the editing that comes with the automatic editing in there.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Next up,
Yeah, that's a beautiful.
we have the ambush dunk.
Yo, play the
Another
Yo,
controversial one
I was
because
so happy when I got those because I missed
man,
out on the last release.
Yo, Edsel, play the Eat the Beat.
Yeah, that's really become a thing. Play to eat the beat. But as you know, these went up to men's sizes, and these men like to hijack women's releases. Men, please, can we let the women just have their own releases?
Thank
Stop fucking
you.
around.
See, I'm 50-50 with that. I'm not
Please and thank
Because
you.
we get beautiful things like what we're showing you on screen. Come on, this is art.
Mo's about to change his name to Moesha.
Yo,
So
wait,
he
no,
can
that's
get
Mo's.
Yo,
That's
like
the
I
other
said
Mo's
today,
name.
I'm not Jackie I'm not Jackie Moesha at all.
Alright.
Moesha a terrible
As you
person.
see here,
Oh my
she out
God.
here with the bucket hat, the Nike
Honestly,
sweatshirt.
that was my first time wearing a bucket hat, and I'm like, I kind of mess with these. I might, have to get some more.
You can never rock a bucket hat like.
Yo, but you see the link? You see the link on her neck?
I love my chains.
Come on.
Your little baby, you can never.
I love my
like
chains.
She giving you the.
Sorry, guys.
She giving you the step away from me look. She looking to the side, or the yo act like I'm not. Take a picture of me. Act like I'm not looking.
But no, honestly, the detailing on this photo is beautiful. I cannot lie. This is beautiful.
Next up, we have the Vault ones that came out at the very top of the year.
Honestly, very underrated shoe. At first, I hated it, but the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah.
I'm not big on it, but it's a very good shoe, and I've seen some people get
this a clarification. Actually, I'm not a big Jordan 1 guy, so I was like, I'm not big on that silhouette.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, guys.
If you look at the fit, the truck jacket, the orange trucker jacket,
it was hard to match that because the colors are like hard to get.
So when you were trying to put a fit with this, were you going more for the Vault, or did you originally always wanted to go with orange?
No, I kind of went. It's like a mustard color. I feel like
kind of like a rust orange.
Yeah, so I was kind of trying to go with that because I didn't want it. I kind of wanted the Vault to be like the pop of color.
Okay. Then lastly, we have the Fire Red 4. This might be my favorite, and it's because you put the netting on your fingernails.
Oh my God,
that is dope.
Thank you.
Michael Jordan can never.
Once again, guys, this is an episode you want to watch on YouTube and not listen to on Spotify. You want to watch this episode on YouTube.
You could do both,
but I mean, they gotta see this.
No, I'm not saying they don't. I mean, they. You know how some people some people like to listen because they feel like they're focusing more. Because sometimes you put you always say you put on Friends and it's background music to you.
But yeah, this one's my favorite just because, the attention to detail in terms of the netting is amazing. That's dope.
You
And
did amazing.
lastly, this is the fit. Little
Ooh.
casual fit, sweatpants with the vintage Nike Air sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Your fave could never.
Again, look at the neck, yo.
Listen,
Um,
I
I
like
see.
detail. I like detail.
uh-huh.
Yo, hidden NY. If you're gonna post anybody of the culture, you have to post Ashley.
I don't know why you mentioned
You
that.
have to post Ashley.
I don't,
If you're
I
gonna
don't
post
know.
anybody, bro, hold on, relax. I know what I'm doing. Hidden NY. Post Ashley. Okay?
Go ahead. Talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, that bro, I'm done. I ain't got no. Come on, don't do that. Take me off solo mode.
But yeah, like, what got you into like doing like nails and makeup? Actually, I think we asked that question already. But
Oh, so yeah, I was saying that I wasn't really a girly girl or wore makeup until like I got to college. Then like I started wearing makeup and stuff like that. So like all through elementary, middle, and high school, like I never wore makeup. And you know, I would get my nails done occasionally, but you can't ball with nails, so
yeah, you can't
that
hit a
wasn't
buzzy.
that wasn't the thing. But yeah, I got into doing makeup, and then I'm like I like getting my nails done, but I like to see different designs. So I've gotten like claws, like I really love claws. I've gotten claws on my nails before. It's hard to find like a good nail tech, but once you find one, it's like
Yeah, it's like finding a
it's kind of
barber.
like yeah, like a barber for you guys.
Yeah, the fourth most important person in my life, my barber.
Your
Is
barber.
you have to be your nail tech's favorite customer because of all the
Yeah,
designs you make her
Exactly.
I
do.
know she probably like,
You have
you know,
to
like
be.
people be waiting. Like, yeah, I'm waiting on you, Shirley, and then like Ashley Walker, like
I love my nail
Ashley,
tech.
and
My
she
nail
like
tech
let you
is
skip
so
everybody.
How long
she's
have you
so
been
bomb.
with your nail tech?
Believe it or not, me and her, we've only been working together for like a year now.
Okay.
Obviously because I wasn't really
COVID.
getting my nails done during the pandemic.
Yeah,
But well, we're still in a pandemic, but like last year.
it's
But
not a pandemic in Atlanta right now.
oh yeah, it's All-Star weekend. Right?
Weekend, yeah,
It's
which
like
is
it never
weird.
existed down there.
Yeah,
No,
They're still in
seriously.
2019.
they in
For real.
2018. But yeah, oh yeah, you just mentioned you like cars, right? It's how long is the installation at the Brooklyn Museum, Edsel?
Until September.
Yeah, they have like a cause installation.
I definitely want to go. Yeah, I
Tickets are
definitely.
sold out for like the first like 3 weeks, but they only let you like check from like now to like April. So
Ooh.
yeah, you got time.
Yeah, I got some time. I'm definitely gonna try to check that out.
Yeah, Brooklyn Museum is nice. I went there as a kid. I haven't been there since.
So our next segue would be into Air Max month. As everybody knows, March is the month of Air Max. Air
Yeah,
Max Day is 326. Many people are showing off their collections. You know, people who are fortunate enough to have a whole bunch of Air Maxes.
yeah.
Actually, we'll start off with you. What is your favorite Air Max silhouette?
I gotta say 97.
What colorway? Silver bullets.
I don't have a specific colorway. It's so funny. Like I had to do something for someone today and they wanted me to show my favorite Air Max and why they're my favorite Air Max. So I chose the Nike Script Air Max. I don't know if you guys remember that it had like going around the sneaker, it has the vintage Nike logo.
I saw it on your
Mm.
story today.
Yeah, so I chose that one because that was like my first pair of sneakers buying myself, like not having my parents buy them.
I've noticed a lot of women really like 97s. So
Yeah, you know what it is? I think because you can like dress it up and dress it down. Like I can wear 97s and put on like a cute dress with it.
yeah,
True. It's like the first like true fashionable looking Air Max, in my opinion. It's like even though like Air Max 90s look fashionable, but you can still see that like it looks like a running shoe. Like Air Max 97, even though it is a running shoe, it looks more fashion forward than
It's like
running.
sleek.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. It's a very beautiful shoe. It's definitely in my top three. I just don't like now that like like the fact that how the shoe became it just became like oversaturated. It's like 2018. Like I've probably seen
It
more.
was all over the place.
I've probably seen more
Yeah.
97s than I saw in the first probably like 20 years of my life.
So Mo, the same. What your
All right.
silhouette?
My favorite Air Max silhouette has to be the Air Max Plus. It's actually the first. First, I think it was the first Air Max I got when I lived in Guyana. Like, it's a picture. I have a photo book. I don't know if like where it's at, but it's me and my older brother. Like we're in like our school uniforms, and I have them on. You know, I have on like the hyper blues, and like that shoe like drove me. It didn't. I stayed in many times. I'm not a big Air Max guy. Like that's not like a shoe that I'm gonna sit and like yeah, Air Max is like everything to me. It's just select fews. My least favorite Air Max is the Air Max One, and I've been.
And I feel like they're becoming more popular now. Or like, do you guys not notice that?
What Air Max One?
Yeah, that people are. You know how they're coming out with the clot ones, the clot.
Well, that's a retro.
Yeah.
Well, I know
it's
a
very
retro,
popular.
but I just feel like people are kind of going towards the ones again.
Yeah.
Ever since
Look.
what was it, 2018 or 2017 when they brought back the anniversary pair, and then they re-retroed them on in 2018 because the one before that was very bad.
Yeah, and they had a couple drops last year, like a couple good drops of the ones last year.
Yeah,
I got
the green
The
one.
green,
Yep.
yeah.
But yeah, by far Air Max Plus. I think I have probably like 4 or 5 pairs of Air Max Plus. It's just a beautiful shoe because you can wear them. I like shoes that has duality. Like you can wear it with like pants and shorts. Certain shoes don't look good in shorts.
Yeah.
Well, you missed the 40 ounce.
And for me to end it off, my favorite Air Max silhouette is the 96, the first version and the second version. And funny because I don't own either.
That's crazy. I've
never heard somebody say 96.
No, never in a million years. I would have think here. I thought he would have picked like 95s or 90s.
I thought you were gonna say 95 too.
I love 95s. I love 95s, but 96 have that sleek look that the 97s have, and it's not too much. Like the 97 looks futuristic and looks fashion forward, but the 96 is very simplistic to me, and I really love that white with screen green and navy colorway. And the second version of that shoe, look, everything that they threw to it was just very good to me. I love it. Missed out in 2016 when they retroed them. They sat on sneakers. Nobody wanted it. I thought, okay, these are gonna be here forever.
Everything sat on sneakers from 2014 to like April of 2020.
So I thought I'll be able to get them later on. Next thing you know, a year or two later, the prices shoot up to like 500, which is ridiculous for a 96.
Yeah.
But the second version of the 96s, I believe, is coming out Air Max month or somewhere around this year. So excited.
Did you guys see the Air Maxes that they're making for LeBron?
Yeah, I saw them yesterday. It's one side is purple. It's all black outsole, midsole. At the bottom, you know how the 95 say the PSI numbers and everything. It actually has all of his accomplishments, kind of like an Air Jordan 10. And then one side is purple, one side is gold. It's all suede.
They're kind of dope.
Yeah, they're not crazy, but that shoe will be worth a lot.
Of course,
in a few years.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, quick side. Like you brought up like stuff sitting on sneakers. This week has been it was like a weird week because I was speaking to like one of my close homies at work. My home, like he's like a brother to me, Latik, and we were talking about how like life, like how like things have drastically changed with like the like selling out, like for instance, he's talking about the Cosmic Utility, the new Nike basketball shoes that look like the Greek Freak 2s, and we were just talking about like how like even though COVID like messed up like the world, like it also ruined the like the authentic and like authentic look and like authentic feeling of like sneakers, because like people like just buy anything now just to like sell it back to like consumers.
I
And like
agree.
at first like for me, I always try to be like optimistic and look for the other side, but like it was like the one time I could legitimately say I lost an argument because like I I was trying to look at it from another side, but then like he was like everything he said was right. That like if a regular basketball shoe could sell out, that in like in a blip of 20 minutes, like you can tell that like the reselling of like shoes is just like
Streets is done.
I know we're gonna get to that later on, like in
Yeah, of course.
but yeah,
That's
I,
always the topic now, I feel like.
yeah, I just feel like it's like we did an episode like three weeks ago where we said sneaker capitalism versus sneaker
Two
socialism.
episodes ago.
2 episodes ago, yeah, and it's like I just said that as a joke, but the more like I think of it, it's like really like capitalism versus socialism because you, it's you're like killing like the consumers that love the shoe, and then like you're also like capitalizing on money and like punishing people for no reason.
Yeah, I feel like people are like every week they're like, I give up. I'm done with
Yeah,
sneakers.
I think his dad came in. That's hilarious. But, you know, he's just basically talking about people who come into the culture, they see that there's something to make a profit of. Instead of loving the culture and accepting the culture, they just want to monopolize it and capitalize from it. So, you know, and I just went on a rant saying that, you know, I prefer people coming to the culture and love it for what it is instead of um trying to come into the culture for the hype and the money. It's kind of like what I said earlier this week on Clubhouse. It's like I don't give a fuck if you don't know the history of the shoe. You know, not everybody's gonna know that. As long as you love the culture and you respect people that are in the culture, that's pretty much all that matters to me. Because I don't expect
Definitely.
everybody to know why they made the shoe, what's the history behind it, what are the materials, why is this certain thing on this particular spot of the shoe. I don't expect everybody to know that, but as long as you love it and you respect the culture, that's all I care about.
I definitely agree with that.
So,
yeah. Sorry.
what'd you
about
leave
that.
off on?
Oh yeah, we can move on.
All right. Our next topic is Renee Montgomery. She is a former WNBA player. She
Yeah.
played for the Minnesota Lynx. She played for the Lynx twice in her career. I'm getting it right here, so I'm correct. She played for the Seattle Storm, and she ended off her career playing for the Atlanta Dream. And in between all of that, she also played overseas. She played from 2009 to 2020, and she is a two-time NBA champion and a one-time sixth woman of the year. The reason why we're speaking about her is because the Atlanta Dream were sold this previous week, and she was part of the 3-person team that bought the team.
That's crazy.
And
Congratulations to her.
We love to hear Black women succeeding, and it came during Women's History Month, and that's pretty big because if you guys didn't know, the Atlanta Dream were owned by a politician, an ignorant, racist politician.
Yeah, that's sorry to interrupt you. She actually got ownership on the I think the second to last day of Black History Month, but still, I don't want like
either way. She ended
way.
Black History Month off strong, and she started Women's History off with a bang.
On another,
that's dope.
Yeah. So
and she's young.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, she's only 34.
Yeah, so like that's awesome.
And she's gonna be there for a mighty long time. Yeah,
you know, we usually, and I also think what's very big about this is that we normally expect the big time players to own teams or to want to go into ownership. Yes, she is a 2-time champion. Yes, she does have a 6th woman of the year, but it's not like she was a household name. And, you know, you love to see it. You love to see it. And I hope this, she's also the first former player in the WNBA total team.
Wow.
That's a very important fact. So
That's big.
That's dope.
We
So
love to see Black women succeed.
So Ashley, as a former athlete, a former basketball player, like I know this is probably big for you, like because you like I didn't know you played like competitive. Like I know you. I mean, I didn't know you played competitive sports at all. So, so like when you mentioned earlier that like you played basketball growing up, like that mean like when I thought about like her, I was like, oh wow, I can't wait to hear your thoughts about this.
Yeah, no, I think that's really dope. And like Ed said, like you expect someone big or more well known to own teams, and she just came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," and I think that's amazing. And the fact that she's 30, I think 34 years old. Ed said.
Yeah,
let's get the right age. Yeah, 34.
She's 34.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like that's amazing, and it shows women like myself that we can do this, especially like she looks like me. Like a Black woman owns a team. That's like amazing.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, like
we need more Black owners in every sport.
This was like the first time like where when someone got ownership or something, they wasn't worried about how much percent they got. So and that's what I was like happy for. Like a Black woman is at the seat of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like big for me. Like seeing like a Black woman, because I always wonder like in the WNBA why is it no Black owner? Not even in the NBA, like Mike is only one true Black owner, but this is just a step to more like great things that Black people do. Like me and Edsel always say, Black people just don't make history in February. It happens
in 365 days a year.
I love that saying.
And regardless of how you feel of her, so far we've gotten the first woman vice president, the first Black woman vice president.
Yep.
We have a Black woman, a former WNBA player or owner of a WNBA team. We have, Melody Asani recently became the women's creative director at Foot Locker. So, this year, women have just been killing it. So, let's keep it going.
Not just this year. Women's been doing this forever.
Oh yeah, for every single year.
It's just now, like it's just like broadcast more.
We're being recognized for it.
Yeah, like
as you guys
it's like they're giving them like half-ass reparations, which is like dumb as fuck. But I don't want to go on a tantrum. I want to celebrate.
Listen, if there's something we do know is that a woman can make anything possible, even with a grain of salt. They can make big things.
Yeah, man.
I definitely agree, guys.
I just can't wait to see like for like the next 10 years, because that team is going to change around a lot. A lot of people is going to want to play there because they know now like they have someone that's interested in them, like a Black person, like someone they can see as themselves. And that's what we need more like in the NFL, especially.
Don't get me started with the NFL.
NFL. Plantation of just talented men. That's what the NFL is. Hey man, like as much as I love football, like you always have to have duality in this world. So NFL is just a very old like regime. Like it's 70-year-old white men that only saw the world one way. So I don't want to say it's gonna take forever for them to get a Black owner, but the day they
it's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
The day they get a Black owner, I think it's gonna. I don't want to say change gonna come, because like it's a lot more than that. But I feel like players will be morally more invested in playing in that team, because NFL contracts are terrible.
Actually, before we get to the next topic, I actually want to ask Ashley a question. Since it is Women's History Month,
Sure.
How do you feel about the many accomplishments of women throughout the last few years? especially women of color, Black women, um, you know, they've only been asking for a seat at the table, equality for a very long time, and little by little, it's happening. Although it should have happened years ago, um, from the beginning of time. You know what is your scope on that? How is it making you feel that a lot of women are finally breaking through those barriers?
I feel like it should have been happened like years ago. But I mean, at this point, it's like we take what we can, and there's definitely change. I definitely see like a lot of change in everything. Even like with the beauty industry that I'm in, I'm noticing that I see more women of color becoming head of the companies, and also like seeing women that look like me on billboards and having big curly hair, and just like I just love seeing that we're doing something with this. Like today, they announced the whole Melanie Asani thing, that she's the creative director now, and I was just like, that's like
Yo, can you guys fill me in? What she's the creative director of?
Foot Locker.
The women's division at Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Oh,
hmm
great.
Yeah. So that was like,
that's really good.
we're doing something. We're making a little bit of,
No,
we're making
you're not doing
money.
something. You're doing a lot. Like a lot of great things.
Yeah, but I feel like we're just now getting recognized for it, or it's just now we're giving our flowers. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely true. Yeah, I know. Like, all right, actually, like our first episode of Black History, but I told we asked each other like, who was like our favorite like Black like historic figure. So I just want to ask you like, who's like your favorite like woman like in history like figure like that stood up for like everything a woman should stood up for.
But let me think.
As long as you don't say Susan B. Anthony.
Not not Susan B. Anthony.
I mean, you could name 3.
Let me think.
Because in the course of 100 years, women have done a lot of amazing things.
But so why you say not Susan B. Anthony?
Because
Susan B. Anthony was a racist bit. No, I'm not gonna say that word. Oop, had to stop myself.
Oh, you see, I told you I was
I
gonna
had to stop myself. But that's how I feel about her. She was a racist prick.
Female.
She's a racist prick.
She's a racist female.
No, I'm gonna leave that prick.
He said a racist.
I apologize for almost saying the B word. I really do apologize for that. But
we're not gonna say that.
I think she was part
reason. She is the face of women's suffrage at the expense of Black women.
Didn't she like create Planned Parenthood or something? If I'm not mistaken.
No, it wasn't her. I don't think it was her.
I think no, it wasn't her.
Yo, hey man,
she impromptu research,
right?
Yeah, but Susan B. Anthony, like, it's no good in my book.
So maybe like Mary McLeod Bethune, Rosa Parks.
I'm gonna let you slide with Rosa, even though.
All right. Why you don't want Rosa? All right.
The founder of Planned Parenthood was Margaret Sanger.
Oh.
Yuck. She was American. She was an American birth control activist, sex educator, writer, and nurse.
Was she white?
No, she was not. Of course, she was white.
She wasn't Black, right?
She is not Black.
Oh.
She is the white of the whitest.
Well, yeah. I mean,
y'all got me with that. So, who did you guys pick?
For me, I'm always gonna pick like Shirley Chisholm. That's her name, right?
Yeah, Shirley Chisholm. Yeah.
Shirley Chisholm, my grandmother, and I'm gonna pick because I know like her name gets like thrown under the bus a lot. Claudette Colvin, because if it wasn't for her, it would not be it wouldn't like without her, like the Rosa Parks situation would not happen. And I know like a lot of people, she was very young, but it's like it happened to her. She had to experience racism, and she was 16 and she was pregnant. and like they told her to get to the back of the bus. Like that's fucked up. I think people are not realizing like even though Rosa did great things and she worked for the NAACP
What
and
about Harriet?
see, like Harriet is like she like I don't think I should name her because what she done is like everyone should know. Not even a man could do that. The fact that she did that, it's bigger than like anything a man could do. Like she made people fled to the north. So like Harriet is like she's like in another stratosphere. Like I wouldn't even mention her because like she without her
No,
half.
I know.
So yeah, like yeah, but Claudette is very important to me. I know a lot of people just think I'll be joking with the Rosa Parks thing, even though I do be joking, but I just feel like it's unfair that no one brings this woman up. Granted, like having a kid out of wedlock is a huge thing in like in any like community, but you can't treat women of any age or color like that, especially
Any
when they're
less.
pregnant on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
What about you,
I
Edsel?
I didn't expect this question, so my mind is kind of like drawing a blank. But
Okay.
if I had to choose somebody impromptu, I'll probably say Miss Angela Davis. Um, you know,
That's a great one.
Black women have been putting themselves at the forefront, you know, since the beginning of time. Um, her being one of the faces of the Panthers, getting arrested multiple times, and being able to live to speak about it and not being an educator. Um, you know, she she's a very powerful woman to me, and we should continue to celebrate her as much as we do.
I don't think we
And
celebrate her enough.
we don't. I honestly didn't find out about Angela Davis until like my last year of high school, and I felt like that was too late
Yeah.
for me to find out about
Yeah.
her.
I found out about her on my own in high school. I was watching like that Mario Van Peebles movie, Panther, and I think like they mentioned her in the movie, and like I throughout my life, people always mention Angela Davis, but Afro and how like it was like beautiful, but I didn't know like who she was until like I like researched her, and she did a lot of
Yeah.
amazing things.
It really aggravates me, looking back at it, and all we know is Martin or Malcolm, Muhammad Ali, as we should know them. But there are many other figures in Black history, especially women, that helped during the civil rights movement and to help push Black people forward. So,
I definitely agree.
without a lot of these figures, not just Black people, but Hispanics, Asians, people from all over the world wouldn't be able to live here comfortably. So,
she definitely
Black
deserves her
History Month in
flowers.
March.
For real. What is it that you guys say? It's not just Black History in February?
Yes,
we make history 365
You
days.
got that right.
Yeah. What's her name? Carol Jemison, like the lady that went on the moon. Like she's very important. I just started to see like people post pictures of her, and like I think she was like one of the first women to like actually go on the moon. If I'm not, let me just Google it.
I was also thinking of that movie that Taraji P.
Hidden Figures.
Taraji was
yeah.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden
The three
Figures,
ladies that
cute.
actually helped get the first man on the moon.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. I just couldn't remember their actual names.
May Carol Jemison. She became the first Black woman to travel into space when she served as a mission specialist aboard Space Shuttle Endeavour. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Look at Black women doing great things. Oh, she's only 64 years old. That's beautiful.
I think that's the same age as the first woman to desegregate.
And she looks way younger than Joe Biden's wife. Yeah, man. Black women, great skin.
Good Black don't crack.
Only Oprah though.
That's crazy.
No,
on to the next topic.
Oprah's a terrible
Talking
woman.
about Texas reopening.
Oh, God.
As y'all know, Texas and Florida are the two states of
Texas
what the fuck is going on.
No.
The danger zone.
States.
Texas and
So,
Florida are the only two countries.
2 weeks ago, not only were they literally in an ice age and their houses can't keep up with the cold and snow, now they're reopening 100%. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no. It's the danger zone. Like, who in their right mind? I don't know. Maybe because we've been in lockdown for so long. I'm just like, come on now. Florida, I understand. They don't ever do anything right, really. But Texas, come on now. Y'all was
Texas
just
is Texas is a close second on what the hell is going on here.
yeah.
Like I tell people, yo, all these racist states don't care. Like they just feel like, yo, there's this propaganda.
After that, Mississippi was like, we're opening up too.
Oh wait, Mississippi opened up too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever because no one goes and tour in Mississippi.
No.
Like it's not a tourist attraction.
Oh, it's back to regular scheduled programming around there.
Basically, everybody wants to be Atlanta.
You know what had me thinking? You know what had me thinking? Like when they said that for Mississippi, I was like, you guys probably wasn't wearing masks anyways. So
I doubt it.
Yeah,
at least there'll be more catfish spots open.
Hey man, Mississippi is one of the most like obese state in America. I think like they have like the highest obesity rate. You know, I mean, granted, like for one of my homies said, like he told me like when he went to school in like the South, like if you're not cooking your food, you're definitely eating fast food nonstop. And I can only think like there's no like sweet green or like chopped down there. There's like no salad restaurant. They probably look at you crazy if you say, "Yo, can I get a side salad with this brisket?" Yeah, it's insane.
Just seen a tweet on Twitter of somebody posting a screenshot of a conversation, and Shorty said, "I miss you," and the guy says, "No, you don't. You're just drunk and want to get pounded."
Hey man, there's no lies in that.
I'm done.
But on a serious note, the reason why Texas is opening because the state needs the money. Like they actually need the money
after the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, like as much money as they can possibly get. It's a tourist attraction. Everybody's gonna go to Houston.
Yeah, they were probably like staying home and stuff because the snow and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they need that money to circulate. But if you are in Texas, just go to the black neighborhoods. Like
they're wearing masks.
Yeah, still wear a mask, bro. Even if they look at you like, "Yeah, why are you doing this?"
Still, we're gonna be wearing masks until 2023.
You know, I was thinking that, so I was like, you know what? I might as well pay and get like a cute mask since this is gonna be like my regular attire.
Yeah.
Man, no more trips to the LES. Well, no more crazy functions in the LES.
I'm gonna say, yo, life before this mask, I did not care about my skincare. I used to just like wash my face with cold water and stuff. Now it's like these masks have made my face broken out and stuff, so I have to like clean my face all the time.
I should have invited you to Ashley's Clinique panel. She had a panel with Clinique.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should have brought that up earlier.
We were talking about skincare. Because like I'm really into skincare. Like, yeah, I have my makeup on now, but as soon as this is over, I'm washing my face, doing my little, you know,
how long is that process?
It's not that long. I want to say like maybe 20 minutes. If that, because I leave like a little mask on for like 15 minutes. So.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not that bad.
But I see what you're saying because like when I be going like get ready to go to work and stuff, or like putting these cleansers and stuff on my face, like that takes like 20 minutes. Like, cause like I understand what you're saying. Like I probably spend like since like October of 2020, I probably spend like till this day probably like they're close to like $300 worth for like skincare stuff.
I believe it. Skincare can be expensive.
And if you told me this like 7 years ago that I would stop washing my face with cold water, I would have told you you're a fool. Cold water till I die. I even got like face lotion with sunscreen. That's how like
Gotta have your sunscreen. Gotta have your
Protect your
sunscreen.
skin,
it's
black
because of
man.
him. It's because of him. Yo, I always had good skin. I always
But
had
you're
good
right. The
I
mask,
would
the
not
mask
be.
does irritate your skin. Like
Yeah.
especially if you have it on for too long.
Yeah, one of my homies did say like, yo, the mask has like shown me like, yo, like if women really take care of their eyebrows. And I thought about it because yeah, like you can't see their mouth, so you're definitely gonna see their eyebrows. And
A big part of skincare is also switching out your pillowcases every week. A lot of guys forget that.
Y'all forget that.
And
yeah,
get
I'm not
satin.
listening.
Get guys invest in a good satin pillowcase.
No, seriously.
No, he's not lying.
You gotta
I
have
never
this
used to
down
care
pat.
about these things until like stayed home for like 7 months.
This is why everybody needs a light skin friend like me.
A word?
For real.
Nah, let me stop. It ain't about skin colors.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Like, I know you're not like a ignorant person. Like, I know you're not Danny Lay, bro. Relax.
Yellow bonus what he wants.
How did you feel about that comment, Ashley, as a woman? How did you
Can you
feel?
guys tell me what exactly happened? Because what she said something about red bone light skin or something like that.
So, as we all
He's
know, red bones and yellow bones are actually very derogatory.
yeah,
They're
high
meant to,
yellow.
you
That
know, high
those sounds.
yellows
High
or
yellow.
like, yeah. So, she made a song called Yellow Bone. And as you know, during that time, she was dating Lil Baby. Lil Baby is a dark-skinned
No,
black man.
Dub Baby.
Oh yeah,
Did
the
he
babies.
give,
Man,
did
all
he
these
give her the
babies.
okay?
Right? So she made the song. She made the song based off the baby, saying "Yellow bone is what he want." You know, and you know the whole stigma: black men prefer light skinned women, yada yada yada. You know, her saying the N word. You
That's
know,
that's
her parents are not
rappers.
even like the brown skinned Dominicans. Her parents are very white passy.
Oh, really?
They did
Yeah,
Poppy
her
I'm no
parents
black.
are. They're the white passing Dominicans, and
So
so
they
is
did
she.
Poppy I'm no black. Oh damn.
Yo, and when she made her apology video, she was like, "How am I racist when I suck a black man's dick?" I'm like, "What?"
I'm gonna need her to
Like
exit
what?
stage left. I'm gonna need her to exit stage left. She said
And then
that? How did I
yeah,
miss
she
it?
said that. She said that.
And now they're not even together anymore, right?
No, they broke up like 2 days after she said that.
And you know, I like Danny Lay. Like I like her music.
It's okay, Ashley. I still sing "Say So"
Why she
by
do
Doja
that?
Cat. I still sing "Say So" by Doja Cat. It's okay.
You like biracial feet? You like
What?
biracial feet?
Yeah,
He likes
her
biracial feet.
Yo, "Say
No.
So." That's a beautiful song, man.
So wait,
Yo,
you like Doja Cat or you don't like Doja Cat?
I don't like women with terrible pH balance. I can't.
Oh my god.
Women that
she
don't eat
don't
fruits.
eat fruits or drink water.
Yeah, I
It's a
can't.
problem.
No, but
Because
yeah,
she
Danny Lay
fart,
did
that
say
can
that.
clear the room.
Yeah,
Danny Lay.
I like Danny Lay, but she's bugging with that.
Yo, you
statement.
remember
I definitely
Mo?
missed
You
that.
remember that meme of LeBron when he's like A&Ring,
Yeah,
but it's like a very trash ass songs with those terrible horns.
yeah.
That's exactly what her song, like literally, that's what her song sounded like.
That's what he want.
Y'all gonna make me listen to this when I leave
Nah,
here.
she didn't release the song.
She didn't release it. She only did a
Oh.
snippet because she was like on her like IG story, whatever, TikTok, and she made a snippet. Like she was getting ready, and
She
she was
never
like,
released it.
never released it. Nope. Like, come on, yellow bone is what he want. Light skinned women is what he. Like, come on, come on.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, she's on the next list of I guess people are canceling her now. So
Yo, the
that's a
thing
very
about it
ignorant
is
fucking
when she
comment
said,
though.
"I sucked a black man's dick."
How can I be
Like
racist?
that was gonna make it okay.
Like that's gonna erase
That was the
racism.
answer.
She's on. She's on. I have black friends. How can I be racist
Oh
territory?
Yeah,
my God, please
yo,
stop.
that's so funny. It's
Terrible.
like when
That statement?
Roseanne was
Terrible.
about to lose her show, and she's like, "My best friend is Wanda Sykes." I'm like, "Yo, bro, Wanda Sykes looks like a fucking GameStop employee. What the fuck you talking about?"
To put things on a life note, um, Netflix recently released the Biggie documentary a week ahead of his birthday. Oh
No,
no,
it's deaf.
his death. Sorry, the 24th anniversary of his death. Although it's not really an anniversary because we don't like to name bad things anniversaries. Um, quick fun fact. Well, I don't know if I want to call it a fun fact. It's the 24th anniversary of his death. He died at 24, and I'm 24, so I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
you want to
That
hear
was a little
some?
heavy for me.
You want to
So
hear some crazy about that? Like Biggie and Tupac died like 2024, like 24, 25. But if you listen to their music, they sound like much older than their actual age
mhm.
at the time they were making music. Like, for instance, I think fucking, I think like Lil Yachty's like 25, I think. And like, it's a
But
generation.
Little Yachty has never really been through anything in life. He comes from the suburbs.
Yeah, but it's just like, all right, for instance, like it's just like you can see the they're like generational gap. Like some of these guys actually like had to grow up fast. Like a lot of these guys, like like these rappers from the '90s, like they were saying a lot of things that like they should have said like in their mid 30s at 2023. Like they're living life much older than their actual age, and like the
Yeah.
maturity back then was very, very key. So like
I mean, but
that
they
should blew
also,
my mind.
when you do what they did, like Tupac, his parents being a Panther, him taking off after that, and Biggie, growing up to sell dope and into rap. I mean, when you do things like that, even at an early age, that kind of sort of adds in more years into your life because you have to grow up a little
Yeah,
faster, like you said. You see a lot of things in life that just puts things into perspective for you. So
definitely. The
it's
street,
kind of like you're 25, but mentally you're really like in your
like
50s,
one of
quote
my
unquote.
favorite quotes from Common, he was like, "The same streets that raise you, it definitely aids you," and that's a true statement because like I remember like I had friends that were like I'm not a street dude, like I hung out in the street, but like, I had friends that was into like the street life, and like when we were like 16, 17, like they were talking like for like 25, like they were talking about like luxury cars and then like all that shit, like, and I'm just sitting there like, dogs, all I'm trying to do is watch Transformers. Like, what is what are you talking
So
about?
what of I
Did you
know
watch the
Ashley.
documentary, Ashley?
It makes them grow up fast. So when you have to grow up fast, it's like you got to do what you got to do. So that's why I feel like people don't even realize how old they are. Like I just had to Google on my phone. I'm like, are they really 24? Were they really 24? And Tupac was what, 26 or younger?
25, 25.
Yeah,
Oh wow, see?
yeah. Like, did you watch the documentary, Ashley?
No, I didn't get to watch yet. I do plan on watching though, and I've heard some really good reviews, and spoken to a couple of people that have actually watched and said like it showed a
It
lot of
humanized him. The documentary, it made Biggie look like a human being, and
that's what I heard, and it showed like his family life
yeah,
rather than just like the
Hmm.
entertainment side.
yeah,
Hmm.
like because like it's been Biggie documentaries before, and it's like they showed like all big like the perception of Biggie is like all he cared about was money. Not saying no man should not care about money, but like they just made it seem like all Biggie wanted to do was ever make money. but like it showed that like Biggie was a caring person. He just grew up in a time where it was very violent, and you had to be like very cut edge and like cutthroat with stuff. But the fact, like the most beautiful part was seeing his grandmother. That was beautiful to see that like his grandmother is like alive, because like she outlived him twice. Just think about that. Like she outlived him twice, and she was talking about him, and like it kind of made me like shed a tear a bit, because like I love my grandma, like, and like it's, thinking about it now is like it's kind of like I never cried when my grandma passed away, but like when I saw that clip, like when I saw that scene with his grandma talking about him, like it was just like wow, like he was raised right, but like it's like every teenage kid in the inner city, you're gonna turn somewhere, and like you're gonna get influenced to something that you shouldn't even be doing, or you think is a normal thing because there's the circumstances that you're put into. So yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh wow.
It was beautiful. Like they didn't speak about his rap career that much at all.
For me, it will have to be his knowledge of music. You know, there are rappers and then there are musicians, and I think Biggie was a musician. You know, for him to understand music the way that he did, you know, do you care if I say certain things about it? Because I just don't
go ahead.
It's a documentary. You can't really spoil it.
I mean, people still like to, you know, it's
no. I'm gonna watch it, but that's fine. You can go ahead.
So they explained how during the summers he would go back to Jamaica to visit his grandmother, and he will hang out with his uncle a lot, who was a DJ / rapper, and they will hang out a lot. And if you know, DJ culture in Jamaica is very, very big. And without Jamaicans, we wouldn't have hip hop. We literally would not have hip hop if it's not for West Indian culture. And every time he will come back from Jamaica, he'll bring something new. He will bring back, you know, he'll teach his friends about country music, reggae music, ballads, because that's what they listened to back in Jamaica. They didn't really listen to hip hop too much. And, you know, he also had a neighbor who was a pretty famous, I'm not going to say pretty famous saxophone player, but he was pretty well known, and he took him under the wing. He taught him jazz and everything. He wanted to turn him into a jazz player, but, you know, we don't know how that turned out. But, you know, just Biggie being a sponge and intake and all of that, it was really big for me because, you know, sometimes you think that rappers or other artists are just really good at one specific thing at what they do, but sometimes you forget that a lot of them are very knowledgeable in music, know a lot of records, they know exactly what they want, you know, that they're a literal sponge. And they told a story about his first demo tape, his very, very first demo tape as a teenager. They flipped Africa by Toto and ripped it. Like, he was telling him exactly how he wanted it and everything, and that was dope.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
You know,
I can't wait to watch it now.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Just getting to know, like, you literally think that Biggie was just a lyrical genius. It was way more than that.
That was my
favorite part of the documentary.
Like in the documentary, you got to know Christopher more than the Notorious B.I.G.
Like, he was literally a musical genius.
You barely spoke about his profession, like when he got famous. Like, they were just speaking about his upbringing and like the trials and tribulations he had to deal with and whatnot. Definitely.
We saw everything leading up to when he became the Notorious B.I.G.
And then
we saw.
They didn't show past that?
Nah, because everybody knows the end.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But if I had to put it in like a sentence, I say we saw Christopher Wallace turn into Biggie Smalls. Rather than just seeing him go from Christopher Biggie Smalls to Notorious B.I.G. I would say we saw Christopher Wallace and Biggie Smalls.
That's dope.
You know, and a lot of people won't know to differentiate Biggie Smalls and Notorious B.I.G., but those are actually two different people. The same person, but two different people.
Definitely. Yeah. What's next? We did a segment in the show. It's called Slander Hours. So it's like basically like whatever like pissed you off this week, like we just addressed it. I don't have anything to address this week. It was. What about you?
I'm not pissed off at anything. I mean, it was supposed to be a year ago. Nothing really pissed me off this week.
Nothing pissed me off this week either.
Me either.
Anything piss you off, Ashley?
Yeah. The sneakers ass is everybody.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
you know what?
You know what pissed me off?
Let's put them together. Let's put them together.
What pissed me off is that I was really trying to get the City Market Dunks. But the City Market Dunks wasn't trying to get me.
The City Market Dunks said you wasn't the prize this week?
Yeah, nah, not this week.
I mean, I guess since that's what we're talking about, this is the next topic after Slander Hour, which is gonna be the Supreme Mayhem. So I guess we just put those two together.
Yeah.
You know, Supreme really pissed me the fuck off. I got on at 11. I made it to the shoe section. The shoes came up, and it was only a 10.5 left. And then you're telling me add to bag, and then you're asking me to confirm. What the hell?
And I didn't even go for them. I went for a friend, but yeah, it was complete letdown. Did you get anything?
Nothing. I just wanted the stickers.
Okay.
I was gonna get the Zippo lighter as a consolation prize, but then I was like, I don't really fucking want it, so I'm just wasting money. I really just wanted the shoes, but it was ridiculous, yo. That was the most bullshit release I've ever seen in my life, and I've gone through a lot of shit with Supreme, and this is probably the worst one. So.
The funny thing is, the last release, I think you said to me like, "Oh, Ash, it's still you can still add stuff to cart. There's still stuff in there that you can add to cart."
Week 1 might be the one week where they literally you obviously have weeks that are trash and they're gonna sit, but week 1 is always like the week where they put everything in. Like they overflood the market. So you could have done anything from week 1 for 2 weeks at least, if you wanted to. But when there's anything that's worth something, it's always gonna go crazy. So And
how much are they selling for now? 1,000?
Probably more at this point.
Yeah,
now that it's Friday. The more the days go on, the more they're gonna go up.
Great.
So we're gonna go into my favorite segment of the show. This week's pickups.
Hey.
Where we go over what we picked up throughout the week. It could just be a t-shirt, it could be sneakers, anything that you like. And we're gonna start off with our special guest, Ashley. Do you have anything you'd like to show us?
Okay. I did pick up something this week.
Hey, let's see.
You might not like it, Mo.
Trust me. Anything you show me, I'm gonna like.
Sorry, guys, my dog.
Oh, those are nice.
Nice.
I'm not a hater. I'm just not a big fan of the shoe. That's not. But
for
that's
our viewer, for our audience outside of YouTube, these are the University Blue ones that are releasing. Well, you're gonna hear this on Sunday. That released on Saturday. Ashley was ahead of the game.
Yeah, your faith can never.
The quality on these are A1.
A1.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to see your nails post with this.
The nails are.
When is that? When is that coming up?
Probably next week.
Hey,
nice.
You know what I love? That Ashley actually wear her shoes. She do something that I don't.
Do, and I think it's good and bad.
She do something I don't do.
Like, as soon as I got early access and I got them, people were like, "You definitely have to sell them." And I'm like, but I definitely wear my shoes. Like, I'm not selling these. I can't.
Talking about shoes, I just remembered something. I want Ashley to tell us her favorite shoe because I think this is super interesting, and for me, it's different from what everybody says.
Okay.
What?
Your favorite silhouette?
What's your favorite silhouette of all time?
My favorite silhouette that I said I have a lot of favorite silhouettes.
Ooh.
You said that the Reebok question is like your
Oh,
fave.
y'all, damn, I didn't bring them in here. But like I loved Allen Iverson when I was growing up. Like
I think the whole world did. I think everyone.
I loved him. But yeah, I love Reebok questions. I have about maybe 7 or 8 pairs of them now. My favorite are the Melody Asani Reeboks. But no, I know, and I get bashed for it on my page sometimes. Some of the girls are like, I would never wear these, or these aren't, because they are a basketball shoe. Like they're kind of manly. I get
And
it.
that's why you're you and they are who they are.
Those are the same women that cry when they can't get nothing on the sneakers app.
No, but I love my questions. The last ones that I got were the hot ones questions. But no,
Red
yeah.
ones, right?
Yeah. The red. They're supposed to be like ketchup and mustard, and I don't know, but they're really cute. But yeah, no, I love my questions.
I guess for me, there's this brand called Oli NY. It's a shop. I really love those guys. Been shopping there for about 5 years now. This is one of their basic Subway logo tees. I have it in like yellow, orange, black, and now I have it in gray. Love gray t-shirts, especially heather gray. That was a simple cop. I'm VIP alongside Mo. If you saw last week's episode, you saw that his shoes are VIP.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm there with Mo now. UNLV Dunks. Ashley was on Clubhouse Live with me when we actually got these, because it was like 30 of us trying to get these shoes live on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And I'm walking. I submitted my selection or whatever for the draw. I walk outside. It's snowing. I walk outside. I'm not even on the app. I see Capital One notification, and I'm like, oh shit. And I started yelling on Clubhouse. I was super excited, just happy to get them in. And, the shoe I've been wanting since I saw it at the end of 2019, the Bellomio Air Max 95s. Was super excited when I got these on the 27th. That was Dominican Independence Day. So again, shout out to my Kicking Through Pages family, KTP. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys so much.
You got 2 pairs?
No, I got like 5.
Yo, can I get one?
So no, I don't actually have them. But what happened was that, the Dominicans that are in the group, might be the only. So what we do is we're a book club and we read sneaker related books. We meet every Sunday on Clubhouse to discuss the books that we read. And what we also do is that we help each other. If it's a shoe that I don't want, I'll help Ashley get it to increase our chances. That's what we all do. So this might be what we did was all Dominicans wanted the shoe, and we were like, yo guys, can you all help us? So literally the entire chat helped out. It's like 30 or
no, it's 33 of us in there.
Yeah, 33 of us.
Wow.
And including Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie's in it too.
Wow. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I really want these. I didn't expect that many people to help out, but like 5 people went for me. But, some people canceled their orders when they got them, and others, I helped them allocate it to other people, which was dope. A lot of them let it go for the retail, which is amazing. We only do retail out here.
Retail gang.
But yeah, super happy to get
That's why you don't resell your Telfar bag for retail.
My Telfar bags go to my girl. So
why you playing about like that?
I haven't even gotten a W on Telfar bag. It's impossible.
No, it's an inside joke. It's an
inside joke. I want to get my girl a Telfar bag, but it's impossible.
No, it is. Like I have one, and I mean, I was lucky to get that one. So
no, the reason why we make this joke a lot, because
we made an episode about Telfar bags.
Yeah, it was in the hype.
I gotta go back and listen to that.
Like right before the hype of Telfar, like getting like his
Gap
right in the
deal.
Middle. Like in the middle, like around the Kanye Gap deal. Around the Kanye Gap deal, StockX had just put up like their like they just like made a notification of like them reselling Telfar bags, and then like men start reselling Telfar bags. So like every time like I see a guy that buys a Telfar bag, I automatically know he's not buying it for his lady or like his mom. I know he's reselling it because there's a market for it.
That's
But
hilarious.
to end it off, just want to show some details. So that's double meal at the bottom. These aren't as exciting as the forces. I still want the forces, but nonetheless, I really, really wanted these. And then the box is my favorite part. So
did the forces come in the same box?
Yes, but there was also a friends and family box that had the wooden box. That was a friends and family. That was for like a dinner that C put together or whatever. So
Nice.
Yeah, and then in the front of the box it says "De la gente para mi gente." It says for the people by the people. But yeah, those
were my pickups. No black.
Yo, it's funny because on our group chat with Brent and Rios, I said the I know blacks, I'm Dominican 95. but yeah, man, those are my pickups for the week.
For me, I didn't pick up anything this week. All I got was like this shirt, this Million Women March shirt. I got it for like $50. It's like came out in like 97. I just liked it because of like the font. It has like the Pan African colorway, which was like interesting to me. And it's what, not to say like it's women. I have to buy a woman history shirt. I just like to like buy like there's things that are very important to me, and I feel like even though like people may think I'm joking, Women History Month is like very important to me. Like I have two sisters. One of them passed away like 2 years ago, and I have one that's alive right now. And like they mean everything to me, even though like I don't speak to my older sister as much as I'm supposed to. But like it's Women History Month has always been important to me because like all the women in my life are like very like hardworking and like key to me. So that's always been like a big thing for me. Yeah, that's yeah. I didn't buy anything this week.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
We also like to end off the show with shout outs. So I'll start it off. I want to shout out, as always, shout out my co-host Mo. You already know how I feel about you, bro. You're great. You got me here to do this podcast, bro, and I'm forever grateful for you. Shout out the KTP family. You guys are always holding it down. I told you like a week ago, Yellow, one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life. The pandemic has been very hard, so I haven't been able to hang out with my friends like I used to. So you guys fill up my day, make my day go by much faster. So appreciate you guys. Last week was Dominican Independence Day, so just want to shout out my Dominicans out there. And shout out to Ashley for being our first woman guest. We appreciate you coming out, kicking it with us. This was your first podcast, and you did amazing. So just want to shout out to you. You're an amazing human being. One of the best women that I know. So shouts out to you.
I'm gonna go. First, I want to shout out all the hardworking, essential, like I mean, all the hardworking essential workers that are women, because I know like when we say shout out essential workers, most people just be thinking about the men, but like I think essential workers, like I think it's more women than men that do essential work, like especially like in the hospitals and like whatnot. So yeah, I want to shout out all those hardworking like women. I want to shout out all the young like up and coming like black women that's like trying to like make it into like whatever like space they're trying to get into. Shout out women, Joe. Shout out to Ashley for being our first guest, like me and Edsel's first guest. This is not gonna be her last time here, so like I can't wait to like speak to her more often.
Officially a family, not friend, official family of the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And to top it off, I want to shout out my mom and my grandma, because without them, I don't think I would understand the way how to speak to women. I know, like, that's very key because, like, the women in your life should be like a mirror of like the women that should be in your life. I know that may sound like it makes no sense, but if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense because the first woman you meet in your life is your mom, and like she teach you everything from right from wrong. So, yeah, shout out to my mom and my grandma, and yeah. What about you, Ashley?
I'll go. First, I want to shout out you guys for actually having me on here. I've never been on a podcast, and I've been
Thank you.
asked so many times. I know they're probably gonna come for me like, I've been asking you since last year to be on my podcast, and you're gonna be on this podcast before you on mine. But nah, I really, really, really rock with Ed, and it's so nice to meet you, Mo. But like Ed, you are a really good friend to me. So I was like, nah, I gotta come on here and represent and make you proud. And obviously my KTP family, like, they hold me down. I love them so much. And like Ed said, like they definitely have made my days better. And my mom and my 3 sisters. So
Hey,
yeah,
shout out to the family.
yeah,
So
always shout out to family.
I actually have a special message from one of our members of KTP. This is from Dominican Jimmy.
Love you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Love you, Jimmy.
Yeah. To top it all off, this is episode 54 of the Overflow Podcast. I am Mo Glow. He is
I am Edsel 40 ounce,
and
and
she is
she
the
is the lovely Ashley Vera.
Yay.
And if
peace, love,
and her social medias are her first and last name _ Ashley
Yes.
Vera _
Yeah. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you
Always
guys
welcome
for
to come
having me
back.
on here. So much fun. I hope to come back soon.
Sure.
Absolutely. And this might be weird to our regular listeners, but today we're going to give the classiest of shout outs to the women that we love. So I guess I'll go with
shout out Eager Pickford.
Kelly Rowland. I love you.
Yeah.
You're beautiful and talented.
Michelle Obama, I love you.
Wait, is this new?
No, we do this.
No, we always do this.
Okay.
But this is just the classy version.
Yeah, we're naming all classy women. Normally, we name women that are not classy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deuces, guys.
Deuces.